I got this!
It's time. Aizen finally done got off his damn throne to do something. And he wasted no time in imprisoning half of the captains in Waco Mundo instantaneously. He a damn tactician out here. He playing chess. Descending before Karakura Town to destroy it. It'll be so easy, he said. That was until bro got pulled up on sight by old man Yama and the other captains. Somebody clearly backdoored him. And I'm shocked to say this is one of the first times in anime where a squad pulled up trying not to ore farm. Cause they all just posing basic as hell here. Besides Shunsui, of course. Dude always gotta be doing something. But homie ain't hesitating the slightest to confront them, saying, bet. Say less, let me call my big three, D-Wade, Braun, and Lotto. But meanwhile, miles away, we got another squad who is trying to ore farm, the Visors. Look at them all in the shadows. I know they see the camera. They said the lighting looked too good not to get a flick out of this. And to be honest, I don't want to be that guy. But yes, the Visors are strong, but these fools are still bums. And if y'all want to blame somebody, don't blame them. Blame Kubo as they make their move to the battlefield. And I'm not gonna hold you, this arc has some of the most middest fights I've ever seen with some of the most ugliest characters to boot. Cause what is he supposed to be right now? Is that an angry bird? Well, it don't matter cause off of his head. But anyway, look around. We have arrived at our first peak battle. The Snitch 6'9" Hisagi vs Findor. And apparently this guy's a walking scouter. Every time he cracks his mask, his power increases. Coming in as get that nonsense out of here. He looking like a bum right now until he decided to take off 80% of his mask. And next thing you know, an explosion takes place. Bro got off screen buried into rubble. Not a good sign. With him now blitzing to his face, but brother, we parrying those. Going back and forth, locked into a clash. But nigga, watch your shoulder. The iconic Bleach slash strikes again. It's always that damn shoulder. What I'm about to say is just pure speculation, but is Hisagi Kubo's favorite character? Cause look at this peak ass animation they're giving him for this fight. Throws on the defensive, weaving, blocking, dodging. You not touching me. Not even Ichigo vs Ukiura look this good. And buddy out here is talking crazy mid barrage. Listen to him.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on.
Knocking him back. And I'm sorry, but there's no way he's not flopping right here. Doing all them flips for no reason. But he then charges back in like Superman, clashing zapatos. Sweeping under, about to take out his legs. He ain't playing. But he's handstanding on his sword. Why are they making this random Iran card so tough? As his fade now takes to the sky, still clashing with each other. But here, take a back shot. Nasty work. And he said this about to be a combo. Following it up with a Zero that's off the mark. Though he quickly starts spamming balas. This looking like Vegeta's work right here. And this weaving and dodging is not about to last. He's getting cooked right now. His ass is already huffing and puffing like he's at 1 HP. Lock in, please. But he speed blitzes to his face. Now about to give us a top 10 disrespectful combo in the show. Bro hits him with the butt of his sword. Field goal kicking him away. And that back shot ain't happening. Honestly, Kubo, who are you making this guy feel like? Now tossing him away to the bridge, and here take a bala as a gift. And a few moments later, when bro clearly seems to have an overwhelming advantage so far, he begins to release his Zanpakuto, proceeding to, oh wait, hold on, I've seen that before. You look like that one Pokemon, what's it called? Cloudwhisper, whatever it's called. Yeah, and I don't know the physics, but I'm pretty sure his hair is waving right now with no breeze whatsoever. You was not Piccolo. Vanishing out of sight, but Hisagi's dodging. As they get locked in a clash, with 6'9" saying, you talk a little too much. Removing a part of his drip that's actually a bomb. Using a Bakudo to summon in multiple staffs, pinning him to the wall. Someone please explain. Not a single one hit him, but he still got pinned? How? But his ass then uses a water pulse to stop his approach. And you can also tell that joint is pretty powerful. Tearing apart the road. As Hisagi done made a very foolish mistake by turning his back to the enemy. Now getting put back on defense, taken to the skies. But he's spamming like Vegeta. The weaving and dodging might seem like it's working, but it's not. Engulfing him in a water prison. You not Zabuza, baby. But believe it or not, this was just a setup to have Hisagi or farm with his Zanpakuto's release. Okay now, bro done popped out with the toughest weapon to ever grace this series. It's now officially crunch time. Throwing it, giving him a haircut. I know a supercut's cut when I see one, as now he's the one on defense. Bro is hawking him down like crazy. I don't know why you laughing, getting sent crashing into a building as the scythe comes in, but he's whacking those. But watch your back. He's out here weaving his claw freak falling down. And I'm sorry, but you gotta have the worst awareness ever. Do you not see the chain beside you, gang? You acting like PBM on Fortnite right now.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Getting bolted by a back shot. Spinning him like a top. Your ass is definitely flopping too. It ain't looking good right now. But wait, he still has one more level in him. Captain level! Quickly clash it with his scythe. A foolish mistake. Your ass was way too hasty, bringing it back like a boomerang as off with your claw. Me and the boys finna steam that later tonight. Look at him, it's GG's. Now crashing out finna fire a Cero. But 6ix9ine's countering, that brother looking insanely tough. He's parted the seas, redirecting the blast, delivering the dagger. Headshot. It was nice knowing you, Findor, but you was not captain level whatsoever. And next we move on to the battle of the baddies. Matsumoto's fine ass was getting jumped by these 3 women around car, all until Hinamori arrived to assist her. Shorty must have finally gotten over them Kyoka-Suigetsu backshots that Eisen was most likely given to her to get her attached to him. Yeah, I'm a nigga that read between the lines. But normally these 3 wouldn't be a big problem. That was until they started doing some illegal ritual, sacrificing their arms, summoning in some sort of creature. This thing done spawned in with multiple features. It's a damn chimera, and believe me when I say that it's a bona fide demon, Aon. As it charges in, that is not a normal movement. Bro is moving like an abnormal titan. Taking out fine shit's waist. No, not Matsumoto. Shorty really got no diff. And Hinamori, I'm sorry to say, your ass is next, as that body is open. Jesus! He ain't even trying. But help has arrived. Kira and Hisagi join the fight, as Kira goes on to heal the 2 girls, with the snitch 6ix9ine taking on the beast Aon, and he starts his assault with a Hado Thunderbolt, seemingly ineffective. But nigga, bring your ass over here. Done made him take flight, but never mind, get your ass back down. This sequence done had bro oozing with confidence, thinking, maybe I can beat this demon. Charging in recklessly, a foolish mistake. With it now contorting his neck backwards, swinging his hand backwards. Yeah, this thing is quadruple jointed confirmed. Cause look at how he gets up. If I'm 6ix9ine and I see that, best believe my ass gotta get out of there. Cause what in the world is this? Bro might not even be capable of feeling pain. Now blitzing, grabbing Hisagi. And I thought he was about to give him that grade 8 Vegeta treatment. But no, he's about to eat his ass completely. But Wolf Captain's lieutenant appears saying,
It hasn't noticed me yet.
yeah, buddy, if only you knew. Cause this thing spawns in a 3rd eye, summoning a Cero from it, catching in point blank range. That brother should be a goner, Jesus. And oh yeah, don't forget about Hisagi. His ass is now finally getting that grade 8 Vegeta treatment. Oh my god, somebody help him. His bones are cracking, passing out, tossing him away like the trash he is. I'm sorry.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And Kira, you thought you was safe in that little ass pyramid you built? No sir, we coming for all the lieutenants today. But randomly it staggers back. A perfect circle has been blown in his chest. Who can we credit this magnificent artwork to? As we pan to see none other than the head captain, old man Yamamoto, stepping on the front lines. I was mad hyped when I seen this for the first time. He said you whippersnappers need to be whipped up to shape for losing to this monstrosity, who is now just leaking like a faucet. Finally noticing, saying, hold up, some ain't right. Smacking his wound aggressively, thinking, what in God's name happened to me? This ain't right. This don't feel right. What in the world even is right? Low-key, this is kind of terrifying. But actually, he just did all that to pump himself up, oozing aura aggressively. And as you can tell, the budget has increased. Peak animation is upon us. And once you see the old man open his eyes, you know his raps. With Aon now healing his wound, growing in size. His ass is looking like he's taking the fattest dookie of his life. And gang, I genuinely think this thing's on steroids. He out here using freaking Gear 3. Now using his hand to deliver divine judgment on Yama. But the big fella has yet to read the scouting reports. He don't know the lore about old men in anime. All them old heads cold as hell. Cause Yama done stopped that foolishness with ease. Releasing the Zanpakuto from the cane. Making a swift slice. What even happened? He's already putting his sword away like he did something. As we finally see that he parted the seas. Disgusting. Aura farming by letting him fall through him. GG's is what I thought. Cause it's still alive somehow. This is low-key kinda sad. But incinerated hell. What an inferno by the head captain. We smoking his Aon pack. And next, after Ichigo got shockingly turned Halle Bell into a damn Christmas tree or Christmas ornament. And Suifun was out here throwing whole tactical nukes at Barragan. Seemingly taking out 2 of the top 3 Oran cards out for good. Until randomly a Garganta appears very conveniently, almost as if it was all according to plan, with the blonde-haired goat Wonderweiss stepping out of it. This fool is speaking in highs, miles, and whys. But behind him comes out the ugliest thing to ever grace our screens. What in Dabo's name is that? But this is the moment power scaling becomes crazy. I know people on Reddit were going crazy off this one scene that's about to take place. As Buddy then blitzes Ukitake from the back. Bro, this is an insane feat. He wasn't snuck up on. Bro just saw him and got utterly speed blitzed. Just tragic. But Shunsui seeing red. But watch your back, he's firing. Stark done cooked him like Sunday dinner. The 2 most reliable captains just got packed up. Now just screaming, maniacally saving fine shit from the Christmas tree. And apparently just somehow resurrecting Barragan from the nuke. Not really though, more on that later. And with Eisen now finally being able to join the battle fully, all hope seemed lost. Until a voice echoes in the distance. Who could it be but the Visors once again trying to aura farm with their poses. You can't be doing all this if y'all just gonna be sorry. Kubo really done gave these guys a whole 5-episode flashback just for them to get done dirty. Or maybe not, he's swinging at Eisen aggressively. The face says it all, it ain't finna work. As a blade appears, it's toasting, sending Hirako back. Had this fool leaking. Not a good start. But we have an actual superstar take the stage. Hachi done pulled up to run the ones against Barragan. Or actually, they about to jump his ass. As he then sends out his Akai mist. But Hachi's clapping, putting him in a Keto tower. And if you didn't know, Barragan's ability is to rapidly age anything he touches. So yes, of course his Keto can be aged too. Hakai, he said. Loki had Hachi shook up, sending out more of his aging disease mist. Though he clapping, conjuring up tiles to use as a shield. Only temporary though, as he starts chanting mysterious incantations. What's he plotting? Adding more layers, building a whole house. This nigga ain't even used bricks. But essentially, he's trapped the Hakai in that space for the time being. Though hold on though, he ain't done cooking. Throwing up gang signs, rapidly building a whole, I don't even know what to call this. But he built a cube and confined them in it, is what he thought, but is much deeper than that. This is where we learn bro survived the first nuke by aging it up so it detonated before it could land on him. I can't lie to you, but 4,000 year blood war, this guy has to have a top 3 ability in the series. Regardless, this cube is to make sure he can't escape the blast radius of this second nuke. Firing it, no hesitation. It ain't looking good for him at all. This joint looks point blank range. Rest in peace, King of Waco Mundo.
Psych!
Yeah, this guy is somehow still alive after taking a point-blank range nuke. He's a freaking cockroach. And Hachi said it's time to get serious with his mass strip, summoning in shields at a rapid pace to block the Hakais, while homie is hyping himself up mid-battle. Bro, put your hands down. That darkness ain't Hakai, that's the stench from your bony pits. But he said we doing 3 of those, though it ain't good enough. Breaking through, cracking a piece of his mask, applying more force, breaking it completely. And his big ass hitting dance moves staggering back. As watch them fingers. They not skin, just bones now. But suddenly a white substance appears on his belly, with Hachi's arm now just missing completely. We come to find out bro was actually playing chess and a sacrifice was made, being his right hand, using his own Hakai against him to kill him with his own power. A 250 IQ play. And shockingly enough, bro hangs on to give us a flashback of Eisen just completely dethroning him in Waco Mundo. And ever since that day, he's been seeking vengeance on him, with Eisen knowing damn well what his intentions were, which is freaking comical by the way. But in present day, the king throws his scythe at him, and back turn to the enemy is not a foolish mistake this time around. He too cold to give a damn about him. Rest in hell, Barragan. Hachi was the only saving grace from the Visors, cause this jumping Love and Rose was doing against Stark was not working. Love was out here charging up hell flames in the sky, raining them down on Stark, detonating the entire surrounding area. And within the blast, bro's like, damn, I do not get paid enough for this shit. Bro, no damage was taken from that at all. He didn't even get a scratch on him. And a few moments later, he done brought out the coyotes, the dogs. This is where the situation started getting real iffy for Love and Rose. But homie ain't hesitate to give him a home run. That might be abuse. As Rose then uses his Indiana Jones whip to lash on the one, tapping his Zanpakuto toe like an instrument, exploding a lot of them. I don't know how he did that, but that was tough. As the coyotes appear from underground now, they use dig. And not only that, they gangbang them on both sides. Now Biden Love's leg about to explode point blank range. Oh my god, that was massive. As they take this to the skies only to get put in a full box. There is literally no way out of this one.
You're done.
Getting bombarded in the sky. Yikes. And out the smoke, the battle damage and the battle scars appear. As we need to take a time out to appreciate the drip Stark got on, bro. He got the best fit out of any of the Espadas. Barragan may have the ice on his neck, but Stark's drip clears him massively. But it's time. Go get him, boys. And I'm sorry, but why are y'all not trying to dodge? Piccolo would not be proud. Free falling down onto a rooftop, huffing and puffing. GG's.
We don't run.
Shut your stupid.
Nigga, then use your Bankai. I don't even think we've ever seen his Bankai before. Bro, you out here playing games right now. And as Stark descends on top of the water tower, shout out to Naruto, a mysterious enigma appears. What just happened? We didn't see a whole damn blade through his chest. I know his spine is hurting. It was none other than the man that controls the shadows, Shunsui. This is where I start feeling bad. He has been getting jumped by 2 captain level opponents, and now a 3rd just snuck him in the back. Aizen, help his ass, please! As Karakura now informs us of his Shikai's ability. It pretty much turns children games into reality. And I'm sorry, but I have never played a single one of the games that he's talking about ever. Pretty much in the game Takaoni, the person that has the high ground has the advantage. And in Kageoni, you step on their shadow, you pretty much win. Stabbing his shadow, but he's out of there. Though look, he's now on high ground. But Lilinet in the pack got his back. Now saying, go get him, boys. But he gets high ground again. No, it's mine. Flashing blades. But peep, you see the shadow using Kageoni to pierce his ankle. But Shunsui made a very foolish mistake of forgetting that he's getting jumped by the coyotes, going into his shadow, exploding all at once. That had to be devastating. Not really though, cause he's cheesing with high ground yet again. How? Which makes Lilinet and the dog sacrifice themselves to save him from that wind style. Tragic. She gone now, gang. She ain't coming back. As 1-2, he flipping out of here, clashing. But a new game has appeared, striking the gray on his outfit. For this game, you essentially have to call out the color you want to cut before you cut it, and the most dominant color you choose that you or the other person is wearing deals the most damage. So essentially, the color you choose can also be used against you. As Buddy then calls out white, blitzing, striking grays in his back. But it turns into a more devastating wound because they're both wearing a lot of whites. Going back and forth with these clashes and parries, trying to get a hit in. But Shunsui uses his brain, taking off his cloak. He is now wearing pure black, calling out the color nigga. Aiming for the hole in his chest filled with darkness. And execution. Night Stark. You had hella drip, and this OST that I cannot play right now as he's dying is peak. Y'all should go check it out after this video, by the way. It's tough. And this development had Eisen thinking, fine, maybe I do gotta do this shit myself. I'm surrounded by a bunch of idiots. Flash step into Halle Bell, walking up to her saying, I'm sorry, fine shit, but your ass is fired. Had Shorty's guts spilling out. And girl, I'm not gonna lie, how dare you charge at a god like that? Stabbing him. But baby girl, take this choke as we get 2 back shots. Your time is up. It is now finally time for the man, Aizen, to do something. Meanwhile, we got Tensei over here fighting Wonderweiss, tapping into his Bankai. I don't know what it does. I'm pretty sure he's a wind style dude. But this damn explosion that just took place is the last we'll ever see of him until the very final episode of this series. I'm not joking. Bro got that black beard off screen packed by Wonderweiss. That's just so sad. The visors are looking like clowns right now, with Aizen now showing us how to deliver S-tier rage bait. And I ain't worried about y'all little group over here. We been packed y'all up back in the day. Hiyori, I'm talking to you. We done with the 90s. Causing her to charge in like a helpless child. A foolish mistake. Shorty must have a death wish. Finish her for me, Gin. We don't need any more 75 overalls in this damn battle right now. Another visor packed up, with Shinji catching her, crying out helplessly in the sky for the MC, Ichigo Kurosaki. Buddy, this is not a fairy tale. He ain't just about to magically spawn in out of thin air. Though actually, he kinda does. But it was way later though, after Tosin got his head split open by the snitch 6ix9ine. Oh yeah, and by the way, he was by far the ugliest creature of the damn day. Like, actually get bro off my damn screen. Bro had the audacity to call Wolf Captain ugly.
You're much, much uglier.
Hello? Look in the mirror. And that was like the first thing he saw too. How does he even know what ugly or beautiful is? But as they was having a heart-to-heart after his defeat, Aizen done detonated bro in a bits. He shows no mercy. Lord have mercy. But a crack in the sky appears. It's Kurosaki Ichigo. And dog is not concerned in the slightest. No reaction to him is crazy. It's as if this was all according to plan. Bro was actually happy he came, launching a full throttle Getsuga, engulfing him in the blast. But hold on, he said, I'ma double it. All that effort, all that huffing and puffing to deal 0 damage. This man was unscathed, blocking it with a keto shield. Flash stepping, greeting the Roka boy with a slash. And he starts talking spicy, saying, nigga, come try me. Making him bring out that mask. That's my boy. Now summoning up another Getsuga Tensho, but sorry, he's out of there. Hands in his pockets, he not taking you seriously. Ichigo now digs into his bag yet again, pulling out the only thing that's in there. Another Getsuga Tensho. Dodging, but it was a setup for this next strike, but he's gone. Look behind you. Now stepping back in fear, putting away the mask. But little did he know doing James Harden step backs is completely futile against him, as he suddenly appears by his heart. Homie is shook up. The blitz is insane. He literally could have killed him at least 3 times already by now. You swinging, striking straight air, Roka boy. But this is finally where everyone pulls up to assist. About damn time, as we are now about to enter the violation of the Gotei 13. And of course, the man who hates him the most for what he did to his shorty, Hitsugaya charges in first and he won't let him use Koka Suigetsu. Honestly, this has gotta be the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Buddy, you wouldn't even know if you're under it unless he tells you. Is he a fool? As Aizen bounces away unscathed. But at the same time, Wolf Captain and Rose come together, smashing him with their blades. They done gave this man a triple decker. All of that work for it to do literally nothing to him. As Rose now comes in with his Indiana Jones whip, locking his blade, setting up Lisa to do nothing. Come on, baby girl. And as Love is coming in, bro said, get off of me! Somehow striking him away even though his blade is being held. But hope is still available with Wolf Captain Susanoo blade. Though this nonsense isn't phasing him. He literally created a natural disaster with that cyclone. He might just be God. Saying, fine, I'll show you power. Spawning above Wolf Captain. You example number 1. This Susanoo of yours is sadly bodied. Done took off his whole arm. Orihime ain't here to save you. And this battle cry is utterly futile. You dare strike him with that weak buffoonery? You deserve this treatment. GG's. And Rose, this back shot's not happening. As Gin begins throwing him the biggest ore lob in history. He don't need Koka Suigetsu. You're bodied, Rose. Get this filth off my blade. His abilities are far beyond your plans. You hear that, Batman? Prep time not saving you from this ass whooping. Now tying him up with his best friend Zanpakuto, slashing that body. And Lisa, we weaving those with minimal movement, minimal efforts. You don't even know it yet, but your back is leaking. But a hero then arrives. Soifan finally stepped up to the plate, pulling out a Kagebushin no Jutsu, coming in with a 2-hit KO Shikai, getting an assist from Hitsugaya, who locks up his blade. As watch your body, that's 1, and now that's 2. The supposed dagger. But how foolishly naive of you, Soifan. Bro is laughing this attack off. He don't feel it. He's eating those. But Gorka sneaks him in the back. Shunsui is the definition of I don't give a damn. I'ma do whatever it takes to get this W. Now leaving the dagger in the hands of the man who wants it the most, Hitsugaya. But that's not all. Shinji's using his Shikai to reverse his senses, catching him off guard. Toshiro actually did it. This is for Hinamori, he said, finally putting him to rest.
Fight!
He is the ultimate rage baiter. Hinamori is literally being used as an ult against Hitsugaya every damn time. But as you can tell, this is the working of Kyoka Suigetsu, where he then reveals to Shinji that pretty much he's been using it the whole time. Like I said before, you can't plan for this. And Hinamori getting stabbed through the chest for the 2nd time in a row in this series sets Hitsugaya off the rails. That brother is gone, charging in like a helpless child. A very foolish mistake. Cause sir, your ass is full of openings. Get back in the lab, Toshiro. You never stood a chance. And Soifan, I'm sorry. Why are you even trying? And by the gods, Shinji, what is this form? Bro's gotta be trolling at this point. Of course that's not about to work. Weaving Korka slash setting him to the Shadow Realm. And Shinji, look at this consecutive side steps. He ain't Saitama, baby. But you're next to. This man, this god, literally just no-dipped 4 captains. Who gonna stop him? Like, actually. But wait, I forgot about the flame god Yamamoto. This old man really just watched all his comrades get maxed just so they wouldn't get in his way. But sadly, old man, your opponent is not Eisen. It's a released Wonderweiss. Turning them flames off. Off you go, old man. Of course, Eisen came prepared to deal with this geezer. Wonderweiss was made specifically to counter his flames. But Yama don't need a Zanpakuto, just hands. Now going for the uppercut on Eisen, but not so fast. He came back and is regenerating that gut. The situation became so dire that Unk had to take off his cloak for this one, as this fight was now taken to the skies, where Wonderweiss proceeds to start spamming like crazy. This is not JoJo's, relax. But Yama's parrying each one with quickness as well, as he's out of there. But it now conjures an arm, but homie, we snagging those. And after spamming again non-stop, he proceeds to give birth to multiple brand new arms. I think that might have hurt him. I seen a whole lot of red. He can't believe it because his spamming got even more infinite as a nasty left lands. But let's be for real, Unk is eating those. Now taking a stance, boosting his spiritual pressure. Wonderweiss is experiencing fear for the very first time in his life. The old man is serious, speed blitzing to point blank territory. As sir, that body is open. This is wild. He done Hokkaido with a single punch. GG's, Wonderweiss. At least UB can say. But it ain't necessarily over. Cause he had all the firepower he sealed from Yama's flames beginning to detonate from the top of his head, forcing the old man to stop it before it gets to... Yeah, Subarashi, Aizen said, as Yamamoto is in shambles. Now about to deal the dagger on the head captain, but give me that leg! Chanting out a 90s level Hado, causing a sword-shaped explosion. And finally, they done got his ass. Look at that battle damage. And Kurosaki's taking advantage with another Getsuga Tensho. Landing on him, getting his shoulder slashed. The iconic Bleach slash, you love to see it. As another comes in, but he's weaving those. That's a damn wallpaper. Screenshot it. Though he said, how about I triple it? But get that garbage out of here. He just backhanded a Getsuga. As now we get a lore drop that Ichigo's whole life, all his battles, how he met Rukia, was all by design according to Aizen's plan. Apparently, he's been watching Bleach just like how we all have been watching Bleach. Though actually, he's watched prequels and behind-the-scene footage that we just haven't seen. And hearing this had Ichigo furious, coming in with some BS. You made him do it to you twice. Look at his face, he's flabbergasted. And after he was about to drop some new lore, Ichigo's pop shows up out of nowhere to join the fight. But he wasn't the only one, because when Aizen was going through a metamorphosis due to fusing with the Hokage, a laser pierces his shoulder, or more accurately, a blood beam. Kisuke Urahara, and off ripping on sight, Aizen said, that body is open! Psych, you thoughts! Now trapping him in Byakuya's favorite Kido, which leads Aizen to making the biggest mistake of his career by letting himself get hit by all these Kidos, as the last one creates a massive explosion, and miraculously he came out unscathed. Not really though, because he got put into timeout with these chains that were a delayed effect, blocking off his spiritual pressure, forcing it to make him detonate in another explosion. Look at how my goat just walked off from that mayhem cold as hell. He tough. But as expected though, he survived, but not only that, he is now a whole damn skinwalker. Dog, buddy is ugly. When I seen this for the first time, I was praying this wasn't his final form. We already had to deal with Tosen's ugly ass. But Ishin tries to jump him, takes his boot to the sword. Get that weak stuff out of here. Perry and Kisuke blowing both of them back. But they put him in chains, all to set up the baddie Yorichi with a sledgehammer down. And she not just a baddie, she is the baddest. Sorry, Matsumoto. Spamming like prime Wonderweiss. And I'm not gonna lie, long story short, bro was able to handle the jumping mid-diff. Pops, sensei, fine shit, bodied. Now finally evolving into a more godlike form, leaving Ichigo to go to the real Karakura Town, all according to plan. But Ichigo and his pops go train for him to be able to deal with him. He goes to learn the final Getsuga Tensho. What could that even mean? And meanwhile, as this is happening to buy time, we have Gin betraying Aizen. That's the fastest Zanbakuto right there, living up to its name. He then informs us that his Bankai gives his blade a poison, which is now placed inside Aizen's body, and it's supposedly supposed to destroy his cells. Jesus! And to make sure he don't come back, he took the Hokage. It's actually night-night for Sosuke. The only way I see he could come back from this is due to sheer plot. Who would have thought Ichimaru would have been the one to deal the dagger? Fight! This weirdo is now a butterfly. He really took Caterpie's evolution serious. Now teleporting instantly to Gin. And I'm so sorry, you do not deserve this. Your plan was absolutely perfect. Getting slashed diagonally. as give me that arm. Why is he cheesing as that body is open? Rest in peace, my goats. You're a true hero because you gave enough time for the MC to arrive. Look at the drip, the hair, pops in hand. Bro turned emo. What kind of depressing ass training did he go through? He said, gang, let's do this elsewhere. I don't need an audience to beat you. But Aizen's just talking his head off, disagreeing. But nigga, I said, let's take this elsewhere. Bro, he's palming him like a Spalding, a Wilson, a Evo. This is wicked work. Tossing him down into the ground miles away. Grabbing his face in disbelief. He finna wake up with acne tomorrow morning. As this is now the final fight, it's now officially crunch time. As Sosuke teleports behind him in a blind spot. But block, that's a perfect parry. Coming in, block, redirect. With Bro just parrying him perfectly, strictly on defense. As he's out of there. But Sosuke's in the air, crashing down on him. And out the smoke, he comes in for a clash. Now locked in one as a legendary get back is about to be born. Aizen swings his sword, but homie, we grabbing those. Barehanded at that. This was a get back that has been brewing for literally hundreds of episodes. And just look at him. When you can't see them eyes, that's a problem. As Sosuke does a James Harden step back saying that nonsense you just did was nothing short of a miracle. Personally, I'm surprised he's saying this. Aizen is literally coping right now. Raising his finger to the heavens, chanting out incantations. Not just 3 or 4, he's saying a whole lot of them. Using a Hado 90, the same thing that put Wolfcap into shambles. But this one is way stronger with the full incantation. But that brother do not give a damn about this. Stop smirking, Aizen, cause we backhanded our way out of this. And what I say about them eyes, you can't see them, that's an issue. Walking him down, blitzing, stretching him diagonally, causing him to skedaddle out of there. He done pissed his ass off to the max. Now making him awaken a whole damn third eye. He think he woke now. With that joint now leaking. That's disgusting. Oozing out aura. Going through another damn Pokemon evolution. He is not a butterfly anymore. I don't even know what that is. All he is a demon right now. Starting his assault by firing a key ball, exploding like a whole damn Bijudama. And Ichigo done tanked that joint, burning his arm in the process. With Aizen zooming in, give me that neck. Now surrounding him with these weird ass creatures in a circle. What is going on? Now claiming that this fight is now officially over. But you must be out your damn mind. He said, is that the best you can do? Get your ugly hands off of me. You ain't the MC. I decide when this is over. It's time. The final Getsu potential has arrived. And you know how I called him emo earlier? Yeah, let's say he multiplied that by 10. Because that boy came out that aura looking tough as hell. The final Getsu potential is him. Aizen cannot believe what he's seeing. It's absurd. Conjuring up what seems to be a black blade, firing a Mugetsu, splitting the terrain in two and Aizen in half. The final dagger. Kurosaki, you are a dangerous man. This is where it really sets in that Aizen is freaking immortal. But he really tanked the strongest move in the verse at the time and is ready to throw more hands about to evolve again. But not so fast! Holes are getting put in him. It's Urahara's doing. Remember when I said him taking all them ketos was a foolish mistake? Yeah, this is why. Apparently he snuck in a ceiling keto in his keto barrage. As the downfall begins, he's in disbelief. He can't believe he'd fall to something so absurd as he gets hit with back shots. Now getting slowly wrapped up into a cocoon, arguing with Urahara why he accepts the Soul King as a hierarchy, knowing damn well he's just a corpse. He wants to be in that position. He wants the authority, but too bad his ambition led him into a cross. The end of the Ghost legendary run. Now currently spending his time strapped to a chair.